What's up, YouTube? This is your Chaos Gear Officer Yue, and today we're going to look at hats. As you know, we all have a lot of gears to go out to the field, but one thing that people always neglect is their headwear, and hat is pretty important on their body. So today we're going to talk about different headwear I have going out of the field. The first thing, of course, is this kind of large brim sun hat. The sun hat I have is protective from the ultraviolet violet lights. So I think it should be, yes. So here you can see it's a UPF 50 plus. Yeah, and it has a string, so you don't have to worry about it flying away. It is very important because I have wear this hat to a lot of places, and some of them I remember it was the sand dune in Inner Mongolia. The wind was very hard and the sun was very strong. So when I wear this hat, I don't want the wind to blow my hat away just because of this big rim. That's why this string is very important. So you definitely need this string to keep your hat on your head. So although it will have force on the front, it will just flip, but it will not fly out of your head. That is very important. If you met heavier wind, the other solution for keeping your hat secure on your head is actually flip your hat and then do it the other way, which is like this. And then when you tighten up your string, it will just be on your head like really secure. So even when the wind is super strong from all directions, you will have this nice rim around your head to protect you from sunlight. This kind of sun hat is very useful because a lot of times the sunscreen will be very itchy to your eye, and it will cause your eye to cry. So oftentimes I don't apply sunscreen on my forehead, and if I have a sun hat, I won't be worried about my forehead getting burned. This is very important. Yeah, this is definitely my favorite hat. I will definitely bring to every field trip I have. Next up, we have a warm hat. So maybe you will say, "Oh, I'm in California. I don't need a hat like this in my camping trip this summer." But you know, sometimes in the mountains, the weather can change a lot, and it is pretty cold at night, honestly, outside. And after a long day trip, you kind of want a cozy and warm feeling, even if you are summer in California. So I would recommend to bring a warm hat. This kind of warm hat is pretty popular among people who go outdoors, and well, it don't need to be any big brand of like outdoor products. Like mine is just a cow warm hat because this is from my school, and I pretty like this hat. For my hat personally, I also have 2 badges or little pins. I got this one at Juneau, Alaska, where I finished my 2-month Juneau Icefield research program. I bought this one because I thought it would be cute. And I also have this cow marching band pin that I have from the 2019 season. Yeah. I'd say it's pretty nice just to put on this hat anywhere in the mountains where you feel a little bit cold. And sometimes if you go up to higher elevations, there will be snow around you, even in summer in California. So definitely have something warm with you is pretty important. Cool. Next up, we have a helmet. So this helmet is from Black Diamond, half dome helmet. By the way, this video is no way being sponsored by anybody. If you want to sponsor me, please go ahead. But I'm not sponsored. I'm just speaking from my own experience. Yeah. So this helmet is pretty good. You get a solid protection from the helmet for your head. You also get a lot of room for breathing. You can see a lot of breathing hole on this helmet. And inside the helmet, it looks like this. So it's pretty nice for breathing. Unlike ski helmet, where you have patches here blocking your ear and less holes on the head to breathe. This climbing helmet, I especially like it because it's all season. I can use it in summer. I can also use it in winter. I can just put on my head easily. I can adjust it back on my head. I can also adjust it here in the string. Normally I would put my hair up, but today just for video, I won't put my hair up. But yeah, definitely put your hair up for this kind of helmet, and don't put your hair inside of the helmet. That will feel uncomfortable. And it's very important that you have a helmet that fits your head. So for me, my head is a little bit big. If I have a smaller helmet, I may feel that it is okay for me to put on for like several minutes. But after that, for example, if I go on a hike, I will feel uncomfortable because the helmet is always squeezing my head. So it is important that you get the right size for your head. Yeah. And if you say, well, so you don't suggest a skiing helmet, what should I do for skiing? Well, lucky you, because this kind of helmet is actually protective. It's just protective for you. You don't need to have a skiing helmet for skiing. In fact, a lot of people I know don't have a helmet, which is bad. But yeah, this helmet is protective enough. And I've personally skied in climbing helmets, and they work fine. I fell and I was fine, so I guess it's fine. If you feel cold while you ski, you can just put your warm hat inside of this. So first you need to adjust this thing to make sure that it's big enough to fit 2 hats. And then you put on your warm hat. And then you put on your helmet like this. So you have a perfectly warm ear protection. And then you can click the buckle and adjust the back of your head. It will fit perfectly. Yeah. And a lot of times when you are hiking in the mountains, you do not need this helmet. However, if you're going into a terrain that have possibilities of falling rocks, for example, you are hiking around the cliff area, or you are hiking on a steep slope where there may be possibilities for rocks to fall on you, or just other people who are ahead of you, they may kick rock out of off the slope and the rock may fall on your head. It is pretty important, I think, to have a helmet to protect your head from being hit by a rock, because that would be bad. Yeah. And then now you will say, well, now you suggest us to have helmet all this time. How can I wear this big hat thing? Like, this helmet has strings around my ears. How is it possible that I can fit this? Well, sun hat won't fit in this helmet, but your little cap can definitely fit in. So for this cap, it is just a random cap I got from a fair in my school for free. I just got it. It's pretty cheap, so I don't mind breaking it, making it dirty, or losing it in the mountains. Yeah, it has a adjustable strap, which is pretty good. And these kind of material has a lot of hose, so it's pretty breathable. And it's very lightweighted. Like, it's so cheap that it's so lightweighted. So what I suggest, if you want a sunproof brim for your helmet, you can just put on this hat, and again, adjust the back of your helmet, put on your helmet, buckle it up, adjust it again to your head, and ta-da! You got your helmet. OMG, actually, you need to put your helmet straight. Yes, I cannot see myself, so yeah. So you put your helmet straight, you buckle it up, and then you have this nice brim. And you don't need to worry about breathability because the material is really cheap, and you can see there's a lot of hose on this kind of hat. So you can easily just breathe through the hole, and there's hole on the helmet, so it feels perfectly fine. It's also very lightweighted, so you won't feel extra weight on your head. Yeah. Another thing I would suggest is the type of hat that don't have a top if you cannot find a cap that is perfectly like this, like very thin material with a lot of hose. Yeah, if you have those hats, it's definitely cool. Yeah. So the last thing about a helmet is you can use these kind of GoPro straps to put on the helmet. So I will demonstrate. So you have the helmet, and you will just pull, OMG, you will just pull the straps around the helmet. Make sure that it is facing the right direction so you don't, make sure the strap is in the middle so you know where your GoPro is facing. And then make sure that all the straps is very tight. There's two adjustable buckles here that you can adjust this accessory that I bought. Yeah, just make sure it fits on your head. And for this strap, one thing good about it is, as you can see, there's this rubber layer inside of the strap. So it won't just fly off your helmet. It will stick perfectly on your plastic or whatever material helmet. And then you can just mount your GoPro on your head and video whatever you want. I'm using my GoPro to film me right now, so I won't be mounting my GoPro here, but just like you see, it could be really cool. So yeah, these are all my advice on hat wear in the wilderness. If you have your own ideas or things that you like to hear about, please comment below, and I will see you next time.